So you think eating salmon is healthy? Think twice.
Salmon fish in general has always been associated with health. It's chock full of omega-3 fatty acids. It's the healthy form of cholesterol or fatty acids versus, beef or, meat protein. There's always been this love affair with salmon because of its red color and, it's such a curious fish because it spawns in the lakes and the rivers and lives in the ocean and comes back to the same river to reproduce again. And that's why farming it seemed like such a great idea. Everyone wants salmon. But as it turns out, the type of fat that's in farmed salmon is not the same type of fat that's in wild salmon. Farmed salmon has twice the amount of fat in it than a wild salmon does, because the farmed salmon, they hang out in the pens and they eat their antibiotics and their pesticides and they live like this and they eat, they eat, they eat, they eat. Whereas wild salmon, voracious carnivores are swimming through the ocean, developing all that muscle. They don't have as much fat, half the amount of fat in the farmed salmon. Farmed salmon, because it's eating the same thing that cows eat, is full of omega-6 fatty acids, the unhealthy fat, whereas wild salmon with half the fat is omega-3. I ask people, where is the salmon from? Is this wild salmon? First off, anyone selling wild salmon is going to shout it from the roof. We are serving wild salmon. We got sockeye, we got king, we got kita, we got coho, because it's such a unique, exclusive product. It's regulated, it's sustainable. It's not unlimited like farmed salmon. What you can tell is by looking at the fat lines. This one and this one are fairly similar in price, but notice all those fat lines, right? It's got so much oil in it, and this is bad fat. Now notice this king salmon here. You don't see any fat lines at all. You don't see any fat lines in the kita because it's a free-swimming fish. Wild salmon doesn't have a lot of fat in it. It's not very noticeable, the fat in wild salmon. But if you see lots of white, fatty lines in it, there you go. That's farmed salmon.